Hey, come on in, come on in. I've got a problem with the diesel heater, but I think I know how to fix it, so I'm going to film it, just in case it helps somebody out in the future. Let me show you then. My diesel heater's behind this boxing in section here, and all nice and tidy. But if I just go above the bed here and onto the control panel, let's just have a look what's going on. If I turn it on, now all of a sudden, it won't fire up. So the problem is, it's just blowing out cold air. It comes on pretty noisy like this. And basically it's just blowing out freezing cold air here, and it doesn't fire up whatsoever. Yeah, so if I look at the screen and I cycle through the different options here by pressing OK. Power 1, look at this. 100 degrees. It thinks it's 100 degrees inside already, and it's not. It's freezing cold. So this is telling me something's wrong with the temperature. The temperature sensor must be faulty, because that is not correct whatsoever. So that's a good indicator of what's wrong. Yeah, temperature sensor. So I'll have to go onto eBay, order myself one of them. I might even get two just for a spare, and then I'll come back to this in a couple of days when it arrives. All right, see you then. So I'm hoping I can do this without disturbing this heater too much. I'm hoping I can do it from above here, so I'll get rid of that. I need this case off. There. Right, let's get inside here. I think this is the culprit here, this pink wire. If we follow it down, my temperature sensor is just under my finger there, and it's going into the motherboard, which is just on the other side of this black plastic. So this is the part I need to replace here. I believe I need to take this metal pin out here. It's just poking through the back there, as you can see. I need to just carefully pull this way, and that will release this wire, which is just holding that white plastic sensor into the sort of engine unit here. That's the first job, to release the tension on that. I'll have a bash at that, shall I? I'll have a bash. There. The metal pin's released there, but I'm going to keep the tension on it with my fingers, because I don't want it to lose. I don't want it to come unclipped inside the unit at the back there. So I'm keeping it taut with my fingers there, not letting it fly off anywhere. And that just pulls out, look, simple as that. So that must be the sensor. So that must be the culprit. That must be broken somewhere, and thinking it's 100 degrees when it's not. Until I get the other one in place, I'm just going to pop this metal pin back where it lives, and then with an Allen key I'll just release the motherboard here like that, look. And there we go, look, that's the back of the motherboard, and that just needs to come out of there. There's two wires in it, there it goes. Yeah, and I'll just be mindful that the white plastic has got 3 holes in it there, but there's only 2 wires going into it. And the 2 wires are kind of on the right hand side as I'm looking at it there, so I'll just remember that when the next one goes on. But it's probably self-explanatory, to be fair. So that can go in the bin. Let's get the new one. And here it is, here's the new one. Very similar, although this one's got a red plug. So I will seat this back in position where it belongs, underneath the metal clip there. There we go, it's back in where it come from, where it belongs. And it's holding the sensor down there, so that's back as it was. That's good. Okay, that's back on. Yeah, and the 2 wires are exactly the same as before, so that's all good. I'll put the motherboard back in position. There, that's nice and tight there. Alright, I'll close her up. And then I'll put the power back on. There. So taking a look at the control panel again. If I go through the screens, 17 degrees Celsius, that's what it is in the van right now. 13, there's your battery voltage. P1 power. Yeah, look at that. 11 degrees Celsius. That's the one I've just changed, instead of 101 like it was before. Yeah, so that looks promising already, doesn't it? Alright, so it's time to try it. Let's see if it's worked. Let's turn it on. Here he goes. Well, I'm noticing straight away that it's not as noisy as it was previously. This is how it should sound when it starts up. Yeah, that sounds good. Can you hear the clicking? Oh yes, fixed it, fantastic. That's blowing warm air now. I'll just prove it to you on the control panel once again. Run through here again, power 1. Look at this, 152, 153, you just saw it change there. That's the temperature inside the unit as it's burning up now. Yeah, that's done the trick. It's good as new again, back to normal, fantastic. I've got a sweat on now in here. So there you go, if your heater's blowing cold air, this might be the culprit, and it's quite an easy fix, don't worry too much about it. So give us a thumbs up if it was helpful, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you down the road. All right.